G'day everyone, welcome to Speedy Japanese. Now in this series we'll be looking at the Japanese syllabus in Australian schools, and we're going to be doing Year 4. So in this series of videos we'll cover a lot of simple concepts, the first things that an Australian student will learn in speaking Japanese. We'll cover things like being in the classroom, how to address teachers and other students, how to talk about and introduce yourself, how to count in Japanese, basic things like colours, parts of the human body, and a bundle of other simple stuff. So this series will take the form of a number of videos, and if you have any questions, comments or feedback, please let us know in the comments below, or send us an email to contactspeedyjapanese@gmail.com. So today, in Lesson 1, we're going to deal with our environment. This is our classroom, or our virtual classroom. The best thing about Speedy Japanese is you don't actually have to leave your home or get a tutor. I'm here on the internet, freely available, doesn't cost anything, so you can tune in anytime you like to learn a bit of Japanese. So today, and I know this is going to be very simple stuff, but remember it is aimed at a Year 4 student, so the first things you would learn in Japanese are what we're going to be focusing on this course. And of course, as this is our classroom, we're going to be talking just a little bit about it and some basic Japanese words. So if you don't quite catch the words as I say them, don't worry, I plan to put some notations on the video so that you can see how we would write those with our English letters. Okay? Alright, so to start off, I'm the teacher, or in Japanese you would call me the sensei. Now, you can call me Sam as well if you like, but sensei is the Japanese word for teacher. So say it with me, sensei, sensei. Now, remember the most important thing when learning Japanese is to actually say these words. Listening is only half the battle. So listening's great, but if you're sitting there at your computer, go ahead and say it with me, sensei. Alright, great. So next, you're the student. So in Japanese, the word for student is seito. Seito. Say it with us, seito. So we have many students in our classroom. When we talk about students in a group, to make it plural, we put tachi on the end. So seito tachi. Seito tachi. Alright, so we might just have one student at a computer, that would be a seito. And if we have a group of students in a room, it's seito tachi. Alright, you got that? Okay, let's deal with a few basic classroom objects. You can't really see a desk in front of me, but I'm sure you've got a desk in front of your computer. So if we're talking about a desk, it's tsukue, tsukue, tsukue. So say it with me, tsukue. Tsu is a really hard Japanese sort of sound to produce, so just try and mimic my mouth motion. Tsu, tsu. You see my mouth purses up just a little bit, really helps get that sound out. So tsukue, tsukue. Even I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Say it with me, tsukue. Right, so that's desk. Now we've got chair. Now I have a chair here, you probably can't see it. If I lift it up just a bit, maybe you can see it. Right, it's a chair, and we call that an isu. So say it with me, isu. Isu. Right, so we have a chair. You're sitting on a chair, isu. If we want to say that sentence in Japanese, we'd say, isu ni suwatte masu. You're sitting on a chair. Alright, other basic objects that we might deal with in our classroom. Of course, everybody's going to have a pencil or a pen. So pencil in Japanese is enpitsu. Enpitsu. So enpitsu. Say it with me. Enpitsu. Very nice. Right, or we have a pen. In Japanese, it is exactly the same. Pen. Every Japanese person will recognize that. It's a katakana word, which means that it's another language's word that's been transferred into Japanese, so pen. Pen. Alright? So enpitsu and pen. And another basic word that we'll learn today is the word for scissors. Mainly because I like the word, I think it sounds cool. So we have scissors, and in Japanese we call them hasami. So you could use your hasami to cut your hair, or as you can see from my very short haircut, I gave myself a bit of a haircut the other day, so no hair left at all, so the hasami won't be any use to me. So say it with me, hasami. Are you saying it? Hasami, 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 hasami. Alright. So there's some basic objects and people and nouns, I guess, from our classroom. So we had sensei, which is teacher, seito, which is a student, or seito tachi, which is a group of students. We had a desk, which was tsukue, a chair, which is isu. Then we had a pencil, which was inpitsu, a pen, which was pen, and last but not least, a couple other objects. We could have a piece of paper, which is kami. Say it with me, kami, kami, kami. Alright. Or we could have a book, like this. And a book in Japanese is hon. So say it with me, hon. Hon, 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 hon. Alright. So that's all the nouns we're going to learn today. We're also going to learn 2 verbs, and if I can just clean off my chair. Now I know this is probably going to be a little bit off camera, but if I bring my chair over here, we're going to learn the words for stand up and sit down, because if you're in a real classroom with a real Japanese teacher, the first thing they would teach you is they would walk into the class, and if it's anything like the school I was at, they'll make you stand up and sit down, and they'll always do that in Japanese because it's something that you do regularly, so they can teach it to you by repetition. So in Japanese, we have the verb for sit down, which is suwaru. So suwaru, and we have the verb for stand, which is tatsu. Tatsu, suwaru, tatsu, suwaru. Say it with me. Tatsu, suwaru, tatsu, suwaru. And they have the grammar pattern for please. So when they say please stand up or please sit down, they will change the verb slightly, and we'll teach you how to do this later on in other lessons. But so that you can recognize please stand up or please sit down, it's sit down, so suwaru changes to suwatte kudasai, that's please sit. And tatsu changes to tatte kudasai. So we have suwatte kudasai, tatte kudasai. Alright, how about you try it? Suwatte kudasai. Are you sitting? I hope so. Tatte kudasai. Alright, very nice. So we've mastered the basics from lesson 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. We'll be having lots of other lessons that will help us deal with our classroom surrounding, introductions, all sorts of other things that you learn in Year 4. So as you know, our lessons don't actually cost anything. We are essentially a free tutoring service. The best thing you can do to help us out is share us with your friends. So go ahead, get on Facebook, Twitter or YouTube, whatever you use, and go ahead and share us with your family and friends. We'd love to help teach as many people to speak Japanese as we can. Thanks guys, hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.